angels, it's Hailey Reese, and I hope that you guys are having an absolutely fantastic morning, afternoon, or night, whatever it is for you when this video finally reaches you. Today's video is a quick story time for you guys about something that happened recently that I attribute to the haunting going on here in my house. I thought about whether or not I should share it. I did say at the end of that Daily Hailey video, if you guys don't know what that is, it's my second channel where this whole experience stemmed from. I said at the end of the video that I'm going to talk about that I was planning on updating you guys on it, but I haven't yet just because I dread the comments where people insinuate that I am making things up for clickbait or views. But the last time that I talked about this with you guys, so many of you were so kind and you were like, we like to hear your stories. So this video is for you guys. Now, if you guys are unaware, I've been experiencing some pretty strange things in this home since I moved into it the beginning of February. To give you a brief little summary without having to force you to go watch my previous videos, we believe that it's to do with the land, not the home itself, and we don't believe that the home itself is haunted, but we do think that something is coming through the home and something strange is happening here. So what happened on December 9th, well, it would have been December 9th, is so strange, and I just want to know your guys' opinions on it because I have absolutely no explanation for it. And yeah, so I guess to kind of preface this video, I should let you guys know that my best friend Jerica has been working with me recently, and she's been doing some video editing for my second channel. So she will edit some of my vlogs and kind of like put all the cool creative things that you guys see in between and stuff, and it's been so awesome working with my best friend. And she kind of knows, like from hearing from me, all the strange things that happen in this house, but she does also sleep over here sometimes. So for her, I think it's kind of like something that she doesn't want to talk about that often, just because she does sleep here, and even though it's very few and far between, especially with how this year's been, she knows that in the future she's going to be sleeping over here a lot, so she just doesn't want to know all the scary stuff that happens here. But I did tell her my recent experience where I heard Tyler's voice multiple times and came to find out he wasn't even home. So I went to film a Subway mukbang where I was explaining the time that I got scammed and that whole entire story. I'll link it down below for you guys. And Tyler wasn't home when I was filming said video. So I was home alone with the two dogs. And what was really strange about this day actually was that typically, and you guys know our dogs, we have Ace, we have Blue, and the two of them are, especially with me, very, very, very codependent. When we walk to another room, they want to follow. I mean, I completely understand it. We work from home. Our dogs are only away from us when we have somewhere to go quickly or we have to go get groceries. But especially with 2020, we have not been away from our dogs besides for grocery runs, etc. So they're very, very codependent. And this particular day, both the dogs were sleeping elsewhere in the house. I'm pretty sure they were sleeping in the master bedroom, but I'm not entirely sure. I just knew they were sleeping. And so I was alone in the music studio filming the mukbang, explaining the story. Now, Tyler was out filming. He's been doing a giving back series on his channel every single day where he goes to different drive-thrus or gas stations and he gives back. He wants people to pay it forward. So he was out, but I wasn't sure when he'd be home. So it was something that was in the back of my mind that he could be coming home at any given point in time. And not only would the dogs who have been so well behaved and sleeping wake up, but he'd have to come in the house and whatever. So I was kind of like hyper aware of that. And nearing the very end of my video, and this is so strange, you guys, like my hand to God, and I hate that I constantly have to say that, but I feel like when I've had a channel like this for so many years, there's a lot of people who think that how could one person experience so many things, and story of my life, hence why this channel became what it is. But I was sitting in the like other room, so not this room, it was the music studio, and I was eating my sub, and I finished off eating. I didn't want to eat anymore. I was full, and I heard what sounded like Tyler coming into the house and up the stairs. It sounded exactly like him. And then Blue woke up. So Blue came into the office, and I just assumed that she'd woken up because Tyler was home. And so she was coming in to see what I was doing. So I pick her up, and I lift her up, and I'm like, you want to say hi? Like, say hi. And then I say, okay, baby, let me close out the video. I put her down. I concluded my entire video, and that was it. So I had a main channel video to do, so I imported that footage but didn't review it. We transferred it to Jerica to have her edit it, and I get a phone call from her like probably around 25 minutes, 30 minutes later, and she's FaceTiming me, and she's like, Hailey, I am so shook. Like, what did your camera do? And I'm like, what are you talking about? And she shows me picking Blue up, like, oh, you want to say hi? I picked Blue up. And as she's showing me on FaceTime, because she's editing on her computer, she shows me talking to Blue. And then over my life, you guys, there's the most demonic sounding sound. And I can't even explain it. I'm going to text her and ask her. I'll insert it into this video. I'm going to text her and ask her how she would explain it when I'm done filming this. But it was the most demonic sound, like I can't even explain it. And then the video goes black. And the remaining minute and a half that we had of footage that I'd done my conclusion with was a black screen. And I'm like, what? And then I explained to her how I thought I heard Tyler. Blue woke up, came in the room, and then I realized that Tyler wasn't even home. He didn't come home for another 30 plus minutes. And how I'd had a very unsettled feeling the entire time waiting for him. I didn't feel right. Something felt really off. And she's showing me, and she keeps replaying it, this like demonic voice. And I'm home alone still while she's showing me this. Tyler's still out. And the screen goes black, and I'm like, Jerica, I filmed a whole outro. Like, I really, truly filmed an entire outro. There's no explanation for that demonic, like, voice, and then it to go black like that. So I tell her to edit the video and leave that voice in and say, like, what the heck do you guys think that is? And then say, like, I'll give you guys an update on this. And she was like, oh, okay, sounds good. And then she calls me a few hours later and goes, Hailey, the voice is gone. And now it just cut to a black screen, and the demonic voice that her and I had heard was gone. And I told Tyler about it, and I was like, I'm not lying to you. Like, I swear to God, there was the most demonic voice I've ever heard, and it cut to a black screen. But the only two people who heard it was Jerica and myself, because she was editing it, showed it to me on FaceTime. I told her to keep it. She said okay. Because when she edits videos, she goes through like the main cuts of it, and then she'll add different things into it and then review it. And when she reviewed it, suddenly the voice was gone. So that to me was pretty unsettling, just given the fact that we both heard it. There was no explanation for it. There's still no explanation for the video cutting out like that and being a black screen for the remainder, like minute and a half, 2 minutes. And it really freaked me out. So I wanted to share it with you guys because I know a few of you really enjoy hearing these types of updates, but that's the update from that video if you guys have been on my Daily Hailey channel and you were wondering. And it was actually really freaky. And especially the fact that it disappeared, it reminded me so much of early on in my YouTube career where things would go wrong with footage and then work themselves out when I went to show somebody. So, yeah, that's basically it for today's video. I would love to know your guys' thoughts and opinions on that. And yeah, that is my story time. So I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I have some interesting cases coming, but I just wanted to share this personal experience because you guys always ask for them, so I figured I would share it with you, and that is basically it for today's video. If you guys are new to my channel or you are just not yet subscribed, but you do enjoy my videos, I would seriously, from the bottom of my heart, like really truly appreciate you clicking that subscribe button, joining this family, turning your post notifications on so you don't miss a video. It means the absolute world to me. So please do that. And that's it for today's video. I'll see you guys tomorrow. And until then, remember, my loves, do all things with kindness. And I love you guys so much. Bye, guys.